Right, subs only mode is on, and I think for once we have, without a shadow of a doubt, proven that is definitely a good mode to have. Alright, so we need to get this done and properly balanced. Right, those of you who are still willing to help, stay in the channel. If you're not willing to help, don't say a damn thing. I would do this privately, but there is no way for me to do that. I can't set the channel to a private mode and just have 1 or 2 people watching, so this is a more efficient way of doing things. Either that or it's I have to do a test and then watch the replay of the test and then do the test again, then watch another replay of the test. It's a pain in the ass. Anyway, I say, you are not obliged to help under any circumstances. Those of you who are helping, thank you very much. Okay. Anyway, so what we are going to do is we are going to do a few adjustments to the overall levels. And then we're going to check mic levels. Okay, so as I say, there's going to be 3 levels of audio, 1, 2, and 3. When I say 1, it will be audio level 1. When I say 2, it will be audio level 2. When I say 3, it will be audio level 3. Do not talk about the buzzing. It is irrelevant, and there is literally nothing you can do to fix it. Nothing whatsoever. It cannot be done. You want to know why it can't be done? Because that's just how computers work. If you are taking audio out of a computer and you're putting audio back into a computer, then it will create a small electrical feedback loop, and there is no way to get rid of it. Trust me, I have tried. This has been a problem for the last 5 years. But it's irrelevant because it's all going to be buried under this. Okay. Alright, so, as I say, I'm going to commentate a battle, and I'm going to give these 3 audio levels, and I need you to tell me which is the best. And this is going to, it's going to reduce all of the audio except for my voice. Don't talk to me about the mic clipping or anything. We'll do that afterwards. Alright. Okay. Okay. Let's, alright. Just making sure my hand is on the correct knob. Yes, I did just say that. Okay. Level 1. As you can see right here, Bling moving forward as quickly as he can, wants to take out a couple of empty bunkers. They will not provide much resistance. The missile turret already on fire, because hey, why not? Down it goes. Level 2. And right now, the engagement coming in. There's a big EMP in the center. Charging Zealots driving their way into the Ghost line. Not a good place to put your Ghosts. Immediately annihilated there by the Colossi. No problems for Bling whatsoever as he carves his way through Satini's force. 3. And unfortunately, there wasn't quite enough of a meat shield at the front. Satini able to smash his way through there with those upgraded Marauders, and down goes Bling's army for the time being. However, it's a bit of a concern for Satini. Some damage has certainly been done. Bling is spreading himself all the way across the map. As you can see there, he's taken his 4th. Now, Satini does have these hidden bases over here. The question is, will they be found by Bling? Okay. So I need you to tell me whether audio level 1, 2, or 3 was the best in terms of balance. So if you just type in the channel, you're either 1, 2, or 3. Just 1, 2, or 3. I don't need to know what's low or what isn't. That will give me the information. Right, okay, so it seems to me like, well, there's a massive amount of disagreement. Well. Okay, so we have an even split. I suppose it comes down to personal preference. I think, based on that feedback, what it needs to be is somewhere between 1 and 2. And that's what my meters are saying here as well, so. Let's, okay, we're gonna up tape level just a bit. At 1.5. And then we're gonna do that battle again. This time what I need you to do is I need you to tell me whether the commentary is correct and it sounds good relative to the noises of the battle. So you need to tell me if the battle is too loud in comparison to the commentary, or the commentary is too loud in comparison to the battle. So let me find that battle again. This isn't that battle, is it? That's the... Where's the bloody Colossus? Hang on. Can't remember exactly where this battle was. Okay, there's the Colossus. Some of them anyway. Come on, get some more Colossus. Gather them up. There we go. There's the death wall. Okay, and here we go. Bling pushing forward once again. Those bunkers completely empty. A little bit of a waste of resources as far as I'm concerned. The missile turret will not last long. Get to go a couple of shots off on that Colossus. Shields are down at the moment, and Vikings doing a little bit of sniping over to the side as well. And here comes the push from Bling. And those ghosts at the front, that's not where you want to put your ghosts, but some big EMPs are going to make that meat shield melt really, really fast under the ministrations of those Marauders who are chewing their way through it. And now, there you go. The Colossus completely vulnerable, and Satini smashing his way through, takes the Archon out as well, no problems, and cleans this one up for the moment. Okay, what would you say levels-wise? In-game could go up a bit? Or is the in-game too quiet in comparison to the audio, or is the commentary, or is the in-game too loud in comparison to the commentary? So either say too quiet or too loud. Commentary is louder than the battle. In-game is too quiet. Okay. Okay. We can deal with that. So we need to up the tape mix a little bit again. Cool. We'll probably take a little bit off the commentary audio at the end of this, because there's most likely going to be an issue. Ministrations. Just so, ministrations. Look it up, you idiot. Okay, let's have another look at that fight, shall we? Okay. Alright, where's that engagement? I've upped the levels slightly more. With the... God's sake. You know, you put continuous audio on and it doesn't seem to care. Now I have audio. I don't even know. I don't even know. There we go. Okay, there's music now running. And there we go once again. Bling moving his way in. The missile turret will be destroyed, as we've seen the bit of deja vu going on in this replay right here. But there you go. Colossus moving forward, melting their way through that extremely dangerous refinery that may attack at any moment. In come the Marauders. Down go those Stalkers, because, hey, they don't have any shields. And that's kind of rubbish, folks. What can I say? Satini batters his way through there, and that's a very expensive loss right there for Bling. Okay, what do you reckon to those levels? I've upped the audio slightly on the game end. Need to up the in-game volume again. Okay. Okay. Master volume's at 100%, so I can't... I mean, I can pump the... I don't want to ruin the balance, so I'm going to have to just pump that in general. So in reality, we are actually now back at 1, by the way. So in reality, you guys wanted 1, apparently. So I don't want to put that up really any more than absolutely necessary. Because the louder I make that, the more the buzz is there. It's fine. Through repeated, well, repetitions, we'll get it right. Okay. As I said, some of the audio, some of the music is more ambient than others. That's the problem. Yeah, the game music really is not that important, all things considered. It's more the commentary versus the actual levels of the fighting that's really important. The music is there simply as a bed to help cushion some of the background noise and things like that. There's a big EMP. Oh no! Mikey the missile turret is destroyed. The murderous rampage right here by Bling. There you go. There's a quick charge. A very, very expensive selection of ghosts, but a lot of EMPs right there in the ball. And the Marauders are going to have some fun right here, eating their way through the meat shield, and the Colossus rapidly realize that all is lost. And that Viking back there is not going to live because, hey, micro is for sissies. Am I right? Yes, I am. So TD melts his way through, and that, as they say, is that. You've got some music in the background right there, as you can hear. So what do you reckon to that? Sounding good? Yep, people seem to think that we've got the levels. Yep, good, cool, okay. Right, okay, now on to commentary levels. So, would you say the mic needs to maybe have a tiny little bit taken off it? Or is it okay? We'll go to play with Apollo's microphone when he arrives at... Yeah, sounds fine, okay, that's good. That's what I like to hear. A bit of clipping. Okay, well, that can be fixed. Alright, what would be causing the clipping? Well, it's not really relative to anything, it's whether or not... Right, those of you who know what clipping is, raise your hands in the chat. And don't lie to me. Don't go and look it up on Wikipedia. If you know what clipping means, raise your hands in the chat. Well, that's one guy. Protogen XL, why don't you explain to the chat what clipping is? In simple terms. It's late at night. People's brains aren't on. Mine certainly isn't. Yes, you should take notes. Definitely. It's useful info to have. Harsh sound to it. Well, the harsh sound is either indicative of one or two things. Either it's clipping, or it's to do with too much gain, or it's actually indicative of three things. Or yeah, basically. The sound exceeds the amp's capacity to actually make the sound, so what you get is if you were to look at it on, say, a waveform, it would be a big block of sound. And you lose quality, it sounds really, really harsh. So if we're getting any of that harshness, that'll be a problem. Now, usually it will happen if I am very, very loud, but I have compressors here, so my volume level isn't going to change all that much. It's going to be fairly even. Obviously, there will be some variance, but not a huge amount. Yes, a square wave, exactly. Nice, ugly square wave. It sounds bad. So, if clipping's going to happen, it's going to happen when I get really, really loud right here and extremely excited about what's going on, which is, of course, absolutely nothing. As you can very clearly see right here, we've got some Archons, and they are dancing. This is a strange kind of Protoss mating dance. It's not a very good dance. As you can see, this is why the Protoss are a dying race. Their mating dance is absolutely awful. So if I was going to get any clipping, it would have happened when I was talking like that. That's fine. Okay. Right. All right, then. Okay, so, yeah, there's one other level I do need to check with you. Assuming I do this right. And that is playing audio through Winamp, because, of course, there are going to be music breaks. Yeah, that's not what clipping is. Definitely not. Okay, cool. Yeah, see, you'll hear buzzing at the minute because there's nothing else in the background. That's fine. That's never going to be the case. There's always going to be something playing in the background. But yeah, it's yes, in theory, it's supposed to be impossible. I mean, I've got two good quality headsets. This is all running through a TM-Pack Twin with two compressors running, and then it's popping into a mixing desk, which is then going into an Alesis line link. Yes, and that is the setup which is required not to break everything. This setup should be so incredibly reliable that, touch wood, it is unbreakable. It is old school as shit. Right, okay, so I'm going to play some music on Winamp. You should not really be able to hear me talking over this, in theory. Let me just load it. You should not be able to hear me talking. I'm not talking, right, okay. So I need to find the right level for music breaks that isn't going to deafen you, and it, however, is still... Yes, that is definitely clipping. I can even see that on this end. I'm going to cut it down to about 37%. And I'm going to play it now. I'd like you to tell me if it's all right. We'll go from here. Okay, let me know if that was okay. If not, we will reduce it. That's better, is it? Okay, cool. 78%, that's about right. A bit lower? Alright, we can do that. I can give you 31. Because, for some inexplicable reason, you can't do one. But I don't know what it is. Even numbers, Winamp hates them. Okay, this is 31%. Okay, let me know if that was alright. That's better? Jufu thinks it's better. Implode thinks it's perfect. Not sure if that's true, but sounds good. Good. Proton Gen thinks it's good. Bitcrisy thinks it's good. Okay, cool. So that's audio levels from that. We'll try one other type of track, something... Do I have something a bit more rocky? Yeah, I'm sure I can find something. Give me a moment. Because that will test if it's actually alright. Okay, I'm going to play something a bit rocky. Okay, sounds good. It's not Hell March, but it's the same composer. Alright, okay. So that's that tested. That works. That's fine. Levels are good. Levels are good. Cool. And obviously, we're going to have to test again with Apollo. So... But the thing is, Apollo usually sounds good anyway. The compressor works so well on Apollo's voice. On mine, not so much. But, yeah. I'm not clipping on my monitor. No one else seems to think, so that's fine. It's probably the compressor's probably handling it. Right. Now, I need to figure out if it is possible to mute my voice. I'm hoping there was a button on the desk that allows me to do this, because if there isn't, this is going to be a problem. There are two buttons here. There's one that looks like a guitar and one that actually has nothing written on it whatsoever. This is not helpful. I don't know what pressing these buttons actually does. Does this thing have a manual? That, I think, thinks it's a guitar. Not having a mute button is going to be a real pain in the ass. This mixing desk should have that. Yes, push all the things. Is that a stereo pan? Is that a mute? What is this? What's up? Screw it. Hang on. Because otherwise, if we say things in the background, we could end up saying something highly embarrassing. Oh, don't tell me that these guys thought that they were going to be green and have a manual that's online or something. Give me a paper manual. It's like, trees, you can't live with... Does anyone else see the complete sodding irony in giving me this big, high-quality leaflet on saving paper? I'm fairly sure I see the irony in that. Okay. Right, hang on. I need to get the manual. Apparently, you can get the manual from 720trees.com. I am deadly serious. Oh, look, 720trees.com does not exist. Well, that's bloody useful, isn't it? Oh, there it is. Right, you've got to put in www. Where is my owner's manual? Download owner's manuals for this mixing desk, which I've completely forgotten the name of. Yeah, this is it. Yes, the 402 VLZ3 Mackie Compact Mixing Desk. Owner's manual. There we go. If these channels don't have mute buttons, I'm going to be extremely upset, because that is a very basic function of any mixing desk. Okay, what do these buttons do? Yes, the ones that you didn't label. Read this page. Yes, I know how that works. Why just have a diagram that tells me what these buttons do? Because half of these buttons don't even have anything written on them. I'm sorry, Mackie, but you might make a quality product, but I don't even know what you are thinking here. No. Is that assigned to main mix? That's tape level. No, that's fine. That's that. God damn it. How to hook up an iPod. This manual is awful. It's really bad. Oh. It's a diagram. You don't tell me what it means. Assign to main, stereo pan. Page 13. Line levels. Aha, okay. Right. Phantom power, low cut, filter, instrument switch. You don't have a mute button. Why have a mute button? Oh my god. Yeah, that's the low. There's a low cut, and there is a instrument switch. Needless to say, neither of these should be pressed. And there was no mute button. Well, shit. That's awful. That's really, really bad. So the only thing Unless there's a mute button on my audio interface. There probably isn't. Line in. No, those are switches. Right, okay. Because otherwise I'm going to have to keep pulling this audio every time, and you're going to hate that because it's going to make a noise. Because if I pull this, I don't even know if this is the right one. And 1, 2, 1, 2. And then plug it back in. You're probably going to notice that. And unfortunately, these are not Sennheiser HMD 26s, and you can't just block them off by putting the headphone up. Oh, God. Why? Why would you do this? Mackie, I am disappointed by this. No mute button on the console. None. I am... Well, unplugging the console is bad. Unplugging the mic is bad because you get a pop every time you put it in and take it out. It's also really bad. I'm sorry, I'm not making much sense at this time of the morning. Right, I'm hoping there is some kind of mute option on this. This being my audio interface, and I have a feeling there probably isn't because there really is no reason for there to be. Those are pad presets, aren't they? Yep. As in, we don't care about those things. You can't push it into mute. Nope. There is no controller-based mute button. Nope. Stereo mono slide. Ah, shite. Well. Aha! Maybe... No, that might work. Maybe there was a software-based muting button on my TC near control panel that hopefully also goes through to... God, I hope so. Okay. Aha! There is a software-based muting option. The question is, will it actually mute? I guess we're about to find out, aren't we? Press the mute button. Right there, and you can still hear me through the other one. Aha, aha. It works! It works! Aha, there we go. There is the TC electronic control panel has a mute on it, and that actually will also mute the line out. It's genius. I knew I bought this for a reason. Okay, so... Talkie, 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 offie, 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 talkie, 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 talkie. This is fun. I'm sorry. Anyway, the mute button works. We are aware of the background sound, for God's sake. There is nothing. It's fine. It is irrelevant because there is not going to be any circumstance where there is nothing playing in the background. None. You're always going to hear something in the background, which will easily bury that. There we go. Right. It works. It works. Yeah, you can hear me in the background because both of my headphones are plugged in. So you'll be able to hear in the background when I mute. If I didn't have that plugged in, for instance, that wouldn't be a problem. So let's just say I muted this. Then there we go. That's only one headset on right now. So I go, la... and then it works fine, right? Yes? Was it pretty? Did you like it? Yeah. Well, the mixing console should have been fine. I just wanted a small form premium quality mixing console, which is what I got. The main problem being that I don't have mute buttons on it, which is incredibly stupid, but it's actually not a problem because I can control it via the TC control panel, so all is fine. Okay, right, it sounds like everything works then. Good, good. This is what I wanted to hear. I am happy. This doesn't work, though.
Team Dignitas, select!
Oh, wait, it does. Ha! Well, there you go. It does work. That's very nice. Does music work while mute is active? That is a great question. Let's find out, shall we? Why, yes, it does, because this is a 6-channel audio interface. There we go. There you go. What do you mean it's muting the music? No, it isn't. No, you can't. I can't. No one else can. You can only hear it because you are specifically looking for it. And besides, there are no other sounds on at the moment. Well, game sound will be fine too. I can pretty much guarantee that. Hang on. Let's double check, I suppose. Alright, I'm muting both of my headsets now. I assume you heard that, yes? You should have. There's no reason why you shouldn't have. Can we go to bed yet? You are 5 hours behind me. Don't complain. It's 3 in the morning for me. Good. MX, you are the only person complaining about that. There's nothing we can do about it anyway. We've already talked about this. Yes, this is true. Alright. I say that the buzzing is barely present. No one's going to hear it. The only reason you can hear it is because you're listening for it. That and there was nothing playing in the background anyway. It's fine. Well, there are no technical issues. There can't be. Like, as far as I can tell, the only way this could go wrong is if the mixing desk spontaneously caught fire. That is the only way I can think of this going wrong. So, here's hoping the mixing desk doesn't catch fire. Right, folks, thank you very much for your assistance. It is appreciated. Thank you very much. And I will hopefully see you tomorrow.